Collie, a great win at the weekend. Treaty started on the front foot, pressing us very high and creating a few chances, but we dealt with it really well and grew into the game and ultimately ended up taking the lead. How happy were you with the performance overall?
Yeah, I think overall it was a good performance. Obviously, we do like to maybe try and score a few more goals, but it's nice to see that the work that we did on the training ground in relation to set pieces, both for and against, worked out really well on the day. So sometimes it comes down to finer margins, and nice to be on the right side of it for once.
Perfect, yeah. And speaking of that, the team moved the ball really well despite that press and created some great chances. There was one particular brilliant phase of play around the 35 minutes in, where we went from back to front and nearly converted. Ultimately, that led to the set piece that the goal came from. How pleasing is it to see the things you work on in training then come
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, and we work on. We know teams will try and always, press us high, and it's something that we constantly work on in training, trying to increase our tempo, reduce touches down to one touch if possible, and it's nice to see the team adapt and grow into that over the last couple of months.
Perfect. And Ella Kelly really impressed at left back in the last couple of games. How important is it to have versatile players like that can play in multiple positions?
Yeah, it's brilliant. And because the squad is so small at the moment, it's nice to have that flexibility with some of the players that we have. With Joy not playing up front, playing on the left on the day, we have Katie that can play up front or on the right. Or Emma's also played in different positions. So it's nice to have that flexibility of players that can move from different positions.
Perfect. And we spoke last week about how mistakes happen in football, and that it's how we come out the following week that's important. I think Summer Lawless was a great example of that at the weekend. She didn't shy away from corners and commanded her area. How pleasing was that to see? Yeah,
it was very good. And even, when she made the mistake down in Galway in the first minute, it was still nice to see her initial reaction, still coming for crosses, still trying to come for things and still try and do the right things. And that's all we ever ask out of the players, is always just try and do the right thing. And yeah, but it's been a good bounce back from her, and she's got better and better.
Brilliant. And DRL showed that last weekend that anyone can beat anyone in this league. What can we expect from them this weekend, and what do you hope to carry forward from our own results into that match?
Yeah, in fairness to DLR, and most people will probably look at the result and go, oh, they must have robbed it. No, they didn't. They were good value for the win. I think they even could have scored a few more goals. They were very good. They've got better and better. They bet Sligo the week prior and Peamount last weekend. So they're a tough side to play against. The one that work really, really hard, make it difficult for you, go player for player around the pitch. So we know how tough it's going to be. So as usual, it will always come down to us, our tempo, our urgency and our decision making.
Perfect. And then lastly, any injury concerns going into the weekend?
Just a moment in time, I think Melissa is the only one that might be a concern, but other than that, it's a full bill of health.
Brilliant. Thanks
very
much.
Thanks, Ian.
Cheers.